what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing really well. Ready to rock and roll. Man, I am pumped to be here with you today. I had mentioned earlier the idea that when you're done with your journaling, maybe even put in the comment bar a quick note, something that you're grateful for. So you can consider still doing that. We'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, we're ready to rock and roll. Give me 5 seconds here. Sorry, I'm making sure my screen's good. There's Brandon. I see Brandon on video. I see Greg on video, guys. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Brandon quickly got off. All right, fine. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a great Thursday morning. We are ready to have a great day today as well. I've got some cool stuff that I want to talk about and exciting. So have you ever seen the television show The Prophet? It is Prophet, Profit, and such a very, very good show. It's a guy named Marcus Lemonis, super successful guy. I'm sure he uses money from other people too, but he goes into businesses, and sort of a spinoff from Shark Tank, actually. But he goes into businesses and people who are failing and need assistance, and finds out, well, what is it that's happening in your business? What do you need? What's working? What's not working? And essentially decides, will he invest in their business with them? And they've obviously applied for the show and everything because they need help, want some cash, want some partnership. And so he goes in there, does like a day meeting with them where he reviews their business, their strategies, their finances, and then comes back to them the next day with an offer. And goes to them and says, here's the amount of money I'll give you for X% of your business. And it's really quite an interesting show. You got to watch some of it. But the component of the show that I wanted to discuss this morning, which is so interesting, as Marcus reviews these businesses and sits down with the owners, the CEOs, whoever it is, he reviews 3 key items. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think, like, look, you may have a partner in your business. You may be on a team. You might be running your own show, whatever it is. Really sit back for a minute and acknowledge the fact you are running a business. Even if you're in management with the company, right, that you are running a team or a group of people, right? You have a job to do. And the 3 components that Marcus focuses on are product, process, and people. Okay, people, product, process. He's constantly talking about this on the show. He's constantly going deep into that world to figure out, should he invest? Can he invest? What makes this business thrive? And those are the 3 areas that he looks at. So I want you to pause for a moment and think and consider about your business, your real estate business, and what's working, what's not working. And perhaps if you had somebody coming along to actually like review your business and they were to review these items, what would that look like to you? And so let's dive in first to people. Right? Think about the people in your business. So it's not just who are your clients, but that's a great place to start. Who are your clients? Who is it that you're connecting with? Who is it that makes up your business? Who is it that's referring leads to you? Who is it that you're currently working with? Who is it that's in your list of potential people that you're working with? Look, one of the key elements that I have always found is if you can take a few minutes to sit back and make sure to identify the people or the who of every aspect of your business, wow, it can really be a great thing. And I'm talking like actually sit down and write it down on paper so that you can visually look at and say, okay, who are the people that I'm actively working with right now? Second, who are the people that are probably my next best candidates to be active or under contract in my business? Who? Okay, so now let's dive outside of just clients, okay? It could be who are the people who refer the most clients to me, or who should be the people that are referring the most clients to me? Who else is on my team? Who are the people that are on my team and supports me? So that could be other real estate agents. It should be and definitely is your brokerage, your broker, managing broker, the admin department of the company, right? Accounting department, operations, all of that good stuff. Who's part of that team? And then some of you might be saying, well, I don't have a team, right? Let's pause and actually think and make sure that you know you do and should have a team that you've created. That might include and should include who is doing your mortgages. Okay, who's your referral partner that you refer? Second, who is your home warranty company that you're working with? Third, who is your home inspector that you're working with? Fourth, who's the title company that you're working with? The escrow officer, the marketer, right? Start thinking down this pathway for a moment, and you start to realize, hey, look, I do have a team. And these are the people that are involved in my business, right? So think about that for just a moment. And today, take a few minutes, right? All you need to do right now, if you have a pen and paper or something, is just write down those three keywords: people, product, and process. And then you can go fill it out later. But just be thinking about that right now, the people that are involved in your business, in your life, engaging with you. Okay, so that's number one, people. Number two, let's go to product. Okay, so what is the product, right? It's not like we're selling cookies, right? And you can say, oh, my product are the best cookies in the world, or whatever, a restaurant or some specific thing. Think for a moment in our business, what are the goods that we're providing? What are the services? What's the product? Well, I look at it in twofold, right? Kind of twofold thing. Number one, the product is definitely the homes, right? That's our inventory. That's our homes for sale that we're looking at listing and buying and all of that good stuff. But that's not the only thing that we're selling, right? In fact, kind of in some ways, we, besides listing to other buyers, you know, we're really not. The big thing that we're selling is ourselves. You have to stop for a moment and recognize you are that product at some level. You're the product that you should be selling. And so ask yourself, you know, as you think back later and review, what's the people, the product, the process? What are you doing with this product? What are you doing to make it better? What are you doing to make it more appealing? What are you doing to make it more effective, right? It's you. What are you doing to work on you? And look, I'm preaching to the choir because you've all woken up and participate in morning Ascent, right? So you're working on you, but just really think for a moment. Skill set. What am I doing to improve my skill set? What am I doing to improve my presentation to make sure that I am increasing my chances of how I present my product, me, and then keep on that process. I'm going to say process. I'm trying to avoid saying process because that's the third item. But what are you going to be doing to continue down that path? I'll say that. So, what are you doing to improve upon those things? Just keep on it. Keep figuring it out. Again, later on today, when you have a minute, write that down. People, product, process. And I know I had the two sides there. You've got the product as the homes. Also, what can you do better to market a home? What can you do better to improve if you're working with a buyer? What can you do to make that buying experience more effective, more enjoyable? What can you do to make the showing experience more effective, more enjoyable? And then when it's a listing situation, what can you do to make that better, communicate better, etc.? Add these items to your business, which brings us to the third item, which is process. Okay, if you look at the foundation of real estate, which is the thing that we talk so frequently about, the final item is systems and strategies. You might say process. What is your process in this business? What is your process for finding buyers and sellers? What is your process for presenting and selling to buyers and sellers? What is your process for getting their properties under contract and negotiating with them? What is your process for making sure to close it? And then, of course, what is your process for continued communication with people? As you start to identify the process in your world, it really is you go to system, strategies, process. What we're talking about here is you working on your business. I know so many of you right now are having banner years, right? But in fewer months than you had, because we had a bit of a delay there with COVID. So I see the reports and see that many of you are doing the same or more business than you did last year, but you're doing it in technically a little bit less time. And so you're busy. That's the point that I'm getting at. And I know how jam-packed and busy you are working within your business. A part of this element is for you to define and describe, well, what is working on my business? What does working on my business look like? How does that feel? What are the circumstances that surround that? And so today, I hope that you'll take a few minutes to look at what are the processes that you have engaged, and you have some, I promise. It's just a matter of sometimes writing it down and saying, oh yeah, that's how I manage showing properties. This is my process. This is how I get properties in front of people's faces. This is how I create a market analysis, right? You have processes created. You need to identify those and then continue to create more. And that's where you're working on your business. So if you were to take a deep dive into your business, or you had a guy like Marcus Lemonis, right? The successful guy, the show, The Profit, again, Profit, go watch an episode. It's entertaining. And as an entrepreneur, which you are, I think that you'll enjoy it. It's very entertaining. So The Profit, people, process, and product. Know who your people are. Know what your process is. Work on your business, okay? And then, of course, define what's my product and how can I improve it. And that's not just the inventory of homes. It is you. You're selling you so often. So, guys, those are some great points that continue to inspire me every day. I hope that they're helpful for you. So I identify those items. Again, my big thing today, can you take just 15, 20 minutes even and get a blank sheet of paper and write down people, process, products, and write down what that looks like in your business. And if you had to present that to someone, and you'll see, you might be a little uncomfortable. It's great. Just start to identify it and begin to work on it. Things will start to get pretty exciting in your business as you do. The more clarity, the better off you are. So that's it, guys. I hope you're all killing it. I hope you love it. Sit down and commit to making that happen. And let's rock and roll and have a